Hi Krishna, heartiest congratulations. So proud of you. And I was just reading your message as well. And I must say, I'm feeling overwhelmed and I feel so happy to be sitting here with you. So, congratulations. Krishna has secured rank 40 All India in INI-CT, November session. So, how do you feel, Krishna?
I feel great. I got a rank of 1382 in May INI-CET. So from
Yes.
that to this, such a huge improvement. I'm very happy.
Absolutely, Krishna. And Krishna, it's been a long journey with us as well. So maybe you can highlight some parts of your journey and then we will take it forward.
Yes, so I joined DAMS towards the later part of my second year as a foundation student. And
Yeah.
since then, in every step of the way, DAMS has been helpful to me in all my professional exams. I mean, I have always used DAMS as my primary resource. So I have really found the class notes to be very helpful during internship, during my final year, obviously during my preparation now. DAMS notes have been the gold standard. That is all I have to say.
That's very sweet of you, Krishna. And Krishna, I really want to know from you that, when you are preparing for a competitive exam, like this one you need all kinds of work. For example, you need to work on your content, you need to build on your MCQ skill. Yes, so and you need to plan your revisions well, you need to know what you need to revise as well. So if I break it into these four parts, right, so you started your content building right from second year itself, and because probably you started early, you could also do it multiple times, right? Do you think starting early helps?
Yes, definitely. Starting early helps. My main preparation actually started during the period of lockdown, for which I'm actually very thankful because I got to utilize my time so beautifully. I made notes of all the 19 subjects during the lockdown period itself,
Okay.
and that
Okay.
was a very big help because later on I did not have to worry about building content. There were
Yes.
minor changes. But that I could easily pick up from the Facebook or the Telegram groups where the faculties post regular updates. So yes,
Yeah.
starting definitely helps a lot.
And when did you start your MCQ practice? Let's say giving GTs, analysis of GTs, or giving tests. When did you start that?
So during my final year and third year, I did the final year, third year subjects along with it as well as the question bank. So that I had completed then, but my proper preparation actually started after the May I said after my internship. So
Okay.
initially, in the first 3 months, I used to give GTs every 2 weeks, and
Okay.
all throughout, I used to get more than 140 correct questions. So that was consistent for me. So I gave GTs twice a week, and later on during the last month of the preparation, as you had advised, I gave it once a week. So
Wonderful.
yes, that was that. And PYQs, I did the question bank once thoroughly. Then next
Okay.
time when I was reading, I did only the bookmark MCQs. After
Okay.
that, only the PYQs multiple times.
All right, wonderful. And also, can you let us know a little about your GT analysis, because that is something that everybody wonders what to do. Because I'm sure you will agree that sometimes students would reach a plateau, right? So they would reach 120 correct or 130 correct, and then they really find a logjam on how to improve that number of correct questions. So how did you not just give GTs but analyze them, and how did you ensure that your number of correct questions keeps increasing?
Yes, so for that, I followed the three-column technique that you had always told us. That was very
Fantastic.
helpful. Right from the first GT itself, I used to
Fantastic.
divide it into strong, volatile, and new topics. And I used
Right.
to give special focus to those topics where my concept was wrong because I think that is important. Those which are volatile, we can always revise, but
True.
those topics in which our concepts are lacking, that for me was most important. As regards to those topics which are new, I just read whatever explanation was given under the MCQ itself and did not go into too much depth. So I
Okay.
think that is very important to give regular GTs and analyze them before the next GT. Like once you
Correct.
give a GT, you write down the topics, you revise them again. Then later on, after 2 or 3 weeks, whenever you are giving it, it is always good to just revise at least the wrong topics that you have done before the next GT. So that was my way. And sometimes, yes, in spite of revision, sometimes the score was static. But I think that happens to everybody. That will happen
Exactly.
sometimes. But the thing is, you need to revise. You need to focus on your wrong topics. That I think is most important. And the 3-column technique definitely helps.
Okay, that's great. And now also, Krishna, can you tell us that when you, got your May result and then you thought that, no, I have to improve and I have to work for the November exam. What did you plan yourself for? I mean, what was your strategy from May until November?
So my main strategy was actually in May, I said I had not done a proper revision. I had only
Okay.
just done a rapid reading of all the subjects because my
Okay.
internship year was hectic and I did not focus too much on my studies during internship. So after that, my main aim was I need to do at least 3 proper revisions of all the subjects before appearing for the November INI because
Okay.
multiple revisions is always important. You cannot remember everything in one single revision. Also, it's not good to be selective from the starting itself. So
That's correct. That's correct.
my aim was to do 3 proper full page to page revisions of every subject, and after that, during the last part of my preparation, I focus only on INI PYTs and the previous year topics. If I had time, like some days, if I would finish my target a bit before, then I used to find out some extra topics which were volatile for me, and I used to see them. I used to take screenshots of those topics specifically. I had a Telegram group for myself, so I used to send all that there, and I used to see them before sleeping. So that was something which helped me.
I think that's absolutely wonderful because something that you've said, I think, is a very, very important message that when you start, you cannot go selective, right? No matter what. If you only focus on PYQs, and this exam is a clear example where, it wasn't really about PYQs. It was more about topics and then also about depth in the topics. So that's important. And as she clearly said, the first reading should be wholesome reading. And as you go along, you keep making it more and more selective based on what you lack or what is weak for you or what is probably volatile for you, right? And with respect to the exam INI, strategy, was there anything specific that was in your mind that what subjects to focus on and something of that sort?
Yes, I focus mainly on my first and second year subjects and PSM and OBGY. Like towards the later part, even during the INI PYTs, I have a habit of reading fast so that I can do multiple revisions. I think
Yeah.
that is very important. The number of revisions do matter. So my main focus even during the last part was to spend as much time as I can on the second year subjects and the first year subjects. In fact, when it came to pharmacology, OBGY, and anatomy especially, I tried to do almost the entire thing once because I knew these were volatile and I
Yeah.
tend to make mistakes and I could not take them for granted. So, yes, I think first, second year subjects and OBGY and PSM are very important for INI. You can be
Right.
a bit fast when you're reading the third and fourth year subjects, but when it comes to the first and second year, you need to know the stuff in depth.
That's right. That's right. And anything about the exam day now? Let's move on to the exam day. And okay, before the exam day, maybe just a week or 10 days before the exam, how did you plan your revisions? And then I go on to exam day.
Yes, so like I said, till the last 1 month, and especially the last 15 days, I first did my INI PYTs thoroughly. Then I had
Okay.
made the last 10-day routine for myself. I intended to finish all the 19 subjects once during those last 10 days. No matter how rapid it was, I really wanted to go through everything, at least have a visual memory of it for the day of the exam. So I
That's right.
started my final year subjects, moved on to third year, and the most important subjects I had kept till the end so that my memory is
Mhm.
more fresh when it comes to that. So
Okay.
yeah, I did the PYTs first. When it came to, I did not practice any questions during the last 10 days because
Okay.
I think this add to my anxiety. So I had few PYQs which I had bookmarked, which I was getting repeatedly wrong. So I revised only those and those selective topics, and especially few topics which I think are important, like monoclonal antibodies, the new
Mhm.
drugs, cancer stagings, recent updates. So those were the stuff I had kept for the last, ekdam the last day of the preparation.
Okay, now since you mentioned it, do you think recent updates is really really important? Because a lot of times students leave the core behind, they leave the more important topics and run after these updates. So what is your take on that as well?
My take is like this year in this November INICT, they did not really ask too many questions on updates, so it varies. I think the most important part is 95% of the questions are going to come from your regular notes, so you
Yeah,
cannot leave them to run after recent updates. My view
that's true.
is look for recent updates in the last 10 days from whatever source you have. Just pick out the important points and don't waste too much time on it. Because even if you don't attempt that question, there will be many people who won't. The main thing is your class notes. You cannot sacrifice that for recent updates.
That's correct. That's very wisely said. And now coming to the exam day strategy. So how many questions did you attempt, Krishna, and how many do you think have you got correct?
I attempted around 192 questions and
Okay,
I checked the recalls properly. I was too anxious, but
that's okay.
I think I got around 170, more than that correct.
Okay, okay. And also, Krishna, do you think there was any subject which you think had a lot of weightage or something specific that you could identify has been asked in some specific subjects? What would you want to guide with respect to this current paper, the upcoming, students who want to give the upcoming exam?
So I think this year anatomy had a lot of weightage, especially when it
Okay.
came to cadaveric images. AIMS
Mm-hmm.
is fond of asking those, and as compared to the May paper, I think this time they had more cadaveric images. Also,
Okay.
I think they asked lots of questions on diabetes and hypertension. This is something
Okay.
which like not direct questions, but in almost lot many questions they were, diabetic patient or a hypertensive patient, what should be the approach. Also they asked I think 4 or 5 questions this time on dengue. So I think
Okay.
it's very important to be, aware of any recent epidemic that has been going on, because they are most
Yes.
likely to ask questions based on that. So I think it's very important to, keep abreast of the news as well, to see if any particular disease has been in focus during that time.
Yes, I think that's very important. Common things, common problems, chronic problems. They because you keep seeing cases. So whatever questions they are making, even if they're making integrated questions, they do tend to as you said, bring in hypertension or diabetes because they will be part of management of the patient as a whole, right? So she said it very clearly. And also, can you tell us something about the time management? Was there any one set which was more difficult than the other one?
For me, the set 3 was a bit difficult. I
Okay. What
when I
set was that? What were the main subjects in that set?
I think it mainly consisted of PSM, OBGY, and yes, integrated questions from medicine. Like I said,
Okay.
there were a lot of on diabetes, hypertension, lot of questions.
Right. Right. Right.
Uh,
Right.
Initially, in the set one, it was a bit difficult because the timer was there and there were just 45 minutes. And although I
Yeah.
was confident of completing the paper in time, in spite of that, during the first set I had a bit difficulty. But after the second set onwards, I got used to it. I could manage my time, and I completed almost next of the 3 sets in 30 minutes. I had 15 minutes left for revision, all of those.
All right. Okay. Great. So I think time management wasn't really an issue. And what was your technique on ruling out options? Because a lot of options were closed in this poster, in this exam, right?
So my main aim was, like you and Sumer sir had said before the exam, to go with my first instinct. And I am a person
Okay.
who is do a lot of overthinking during the exam. So I think it was good they had the timer, because I went with my first instinct. If I was able to rule out 2 options, then whichever seemed most likely to me, I went with it. And also there were few questions in which I was only able to rule out one of them. But even then, considering the number of questions that I wanted to attempt, I still went for it, after thinking a lot of time, because like I said, I had 15 minutes left for each set except set 1. So I
Okay.
took a calculated risk, and yes, I was able to, if I was able to rule out, I went for it.
Great. So you did go aggressive, and usually going aggressive helps, right? Okay. So what branch do you want to pursue, Krishna?
I'm hoping to get medicine.
Okay. All the very best, and I am sure that you'll be able to get it. You'll be able to pursue the branch of your choice, and you will be able to do exceedingly well as a clinician, as a specialist, and maybe as a super specialist as well. So thank you for making DAMS a part of your journey. The entire DAMS family wishes you good luck for a very bright future ahead, Bache.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Take care. Bye bye. Thank you, Krishna.